Hi students, today our first topic is L'Hopital rule. This is very important for JEE. First thing is, if our problem be like limit extends to a f of x by g of x, after solving this, if we get the forms like 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, whatever it may be, then limit extends to a f of x by g of x can be rewrite as limit extends to a f dash of x by g dash of x. After solving this also, if we get 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity, we can continue like this. That is limit extends to a f double dash of x by g double dash of x. Okay. So by using this, we can solve one problem, that is limit extends to 0, suppose x sin x by x cube. Okay, now see, by using L'Hopital rule, so where we use L'Hopital rule, that is if it is in the form of 0 by 0, if you substitute 0 here in place of x, 0 minus sin 0 is what? 0. 0 minus 0, 0 by x cube. 0 cube is what? 0. Now we are using L'Hopital rule, that is limit x tends to 0. The differentiation for x is what? 1 minus sin x cos x divided by x cube derivative, that is 3x square. In the previous classes, we already know about limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos ax by x square is what? A square by 2. Here we have 1 minus cos x. In place of a, we have 1. Then 1 by 3 is a constant, put it outside, and it is 1 minus cos x by x square, which means a square by 2. That means 1 square by 2, that is 1 by 2. This is equal to 1 by 6. In a similar way, we can use L'Hopital rule. Now coming to some standard results. Those results are regarding to exponential limits. The first one is limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x, which is equal to 1, or limit f of x tends to 0, e power f of x minus 1 by f of x is equal to 1, and one more, limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x equal to log a, where a is greater than 0 here. Why? Because log, domain of log is open interval of 0 to infinity. That's why we are taking a greater than 0. Okay. So how can you get limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x is equal to 1? How can you get? By using L'Hopital rule also. So if you derive to this, what we get? E power x derivative is e power x minus 1, it is 0, divided by derivative of x is 1. Then we get only e power x. If we substitute x equal to 0 here, e power 0. E power 0 is what? 1. Okay, in a similar way, we will get all these results. Okay, now solve one problem, that is limit x tends to 0, a power x minus b power x by sin x. Okay, now we can solve this problem by using these formulas or by L'Hopital rule. We can solve by both. If limit x tends to 0, for suppose it can be rewritten as a power x minus 1 minus of b power x minus 1 whole divided by sin x. Okay, why? Because minus 1 minus of minus plus 1, minus 1 plus 1 both gets cancelled. Now limit x tends to 0. Now dividing numerator and denominator with x, what we get? A power x minus 1 whole divided by x minus b power x minus 1 by x whole divided by sin x by x. Now see, now come to our formula. Limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x is what? Log a. In a similar way, limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x is what? Log a minus b power x minus 1 by x is what? Log b divided by, so we already know that limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is what? 1. So that log a minus log b, that is log of a by b. For suppose, if you take L hospital rule, see what happens. For the same problem, limit x tends to 0, a power x minus b power x by sin x. By using L hospital, what is L hospital rule? That is f dash of x by g dash of x. Derivative for a power x is what? A power x log a minus for b power x log b minus the derivative for sin x is what? Cos x. Now substitute 0 here, then what we get? A power 0 1 and then log a minus b power 0 is 1 and then log b divided by cos 0 is 1. Now log a minus log b, that is log of a by b. Why you are using L hospital rule here? If substitute x equal to 0 here, a power 0 1, b power 0 1, 1 minus 1 is 0 divided by sin 0 is what? 0. Then we are using L hospital rule. Okay, coming to the another standard results, that is logarithmic results. Yeah. First one is limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus x by x, which is equal to 1. In a similar way, limit f of x tends to 0, log of 1 plus f of x whole divided by f of x is also equal to 1. Okay. So by using L hospital rule, we will get these results. Okay. Now let us consider one problem. For suppose simple problem, limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus 5x divided by x. Okay. Now see here, limit f of x tends to 0, log of 1 plus f of x by f of x is what? 1. Now here log of 1 plus 5x, and here we have 5x, but here and here we are having only x. Now coming to the solution, if x tends to 0, then 5x is also approaches to 0, right? Then limit, replace with 5x, approaches to 0, and log of 1 plus 5x by multiplying denominator with 5 and divide with 5. Then see, log limit f of x tends to 0, log of 1 plus f of x by f of x is what? 1. 1 into 5, that is 5. Okay. And coming to most important format for JEE, that is 1 power infinity. This is the most important format for JEE. Okay, maximum number of problems are solving by using 1 power infinity. Okay, if the limit be like limit x tends to a f of x whole power g of x, if we solve this limit, if we get 1 power infinity, then by using this equation we can solve these problems. That is e power limit x tends to a g of x into f of x minus 1. When you use this formula, if the limit is in the form of limit x tends to a f of x whole power g of x the f of x is approaches to 1 and g of x is approaches to infinity, then only we can use this equation, that is e power limit x tends to a g of x into f of x minus 1. Now solve one problem by using this format, that is limit x tends to 0 sin x by x whole power sin x by x minus sin x. Okay, now see, limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is what? 1. And coming to the exponent, sin 0 is what? 0 and x minus sin x 0. 0 by 0 is not different, so it is in the form of 1 power infinity. Now use this condition, that is e power limit x tends to 0 g of x into, what is g of x? Sin x by x minus sin x into f of x minus 1. What is f of x? Sin x by x minus 1. Okay, now e power limit x tends to 0 sin x by x minus sin x into, take an LCM x here, sin x minus x. Okay, now here in the denominator we have x minus sin x, and in the numerator we have sin x minus x. So x minus sin x and sin x minus x both gets cancelled, it is minus 1 times. So it is minus 1 times of x minus sin x, that is, so e power, take minus outside, limit x tends to 0 sin x by x. So limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is what? 1. So e power minus 1, that is 1 by e. For suppose if you consider another problem, that is limit x tends to 0 1 plus sin x whole power 2 cot x. See, if you substitute x value 0 here, 1 plus sin 0 is what? 0, that is 1 cot 0. We all know that cot 0 is not different, that is 1 power infinity. Now we are using that equation, which is nothing but e power limit x tends to 0 g of x. G of x is what? 2 into cot x into 1 plus sin x minus 1, f of x minus 1. So 1 gets cancelled. Now e power limit x tends to 0, 2 is a constant, put it outside, cot x. Cot x is what? Cos x by sin x into sin x. So sin x also gets cancelled. Now see, x value approaches 0, cos x is what? Cos 0 1, so that e square. Okay, students, tomorrow we will solve some high standard limits. Okay, right, thank you, bye.